B-Fab finished.
Zayn, 100%.
And the internet champion is back. Hello, welcome to Wrestle MSX. I'm Michael.
I'm Sally.
We open with Rhea Ripley and IYO SKY, following on from the fallout from Monday. If you're not aware, then you should have been watching. Anyway, Ripley says while she's been away, the Kabuki Warriors have become tag champs and Nia Jax has teamed up with Lash Legend. Sky then screams WarGames with Ripley saying, "Let me introduce a couple of teammates." So out come Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. I mean, who else would it be? Bliss asks Flair if she's in, but Flair says she can't and she doesn't trust Rhea and thinks she's a snake. Charlotte tells Alexa she trusts her, but to count her out. Flair then leaves and heads up the rampway. Trouble in paradise.
First out tonight, Jey Uso versus The Miz in the Last Time Is Now tournament. Miz starts well, but Jey gets a backslide 2 count counter with the action and then head into the outside as we hit a break. We come back to double knees to the face and Jey being spiked into the mat and covered for 2, followed by the it kicks.
The Miz runs through John Cena's set-up moves for the 5-knuckle shuffle and then looks for the AA, but Jey escapes it only to suffer the skull-crushing finale, the follow-up cover 2. Miz looks for another skull-crushing finale from the middle rope, but Jey falls with the pair then crashing to the mat. Jey then lands a spear, Uso splash, and covers for the 1, 2, 3.
Backstage we see Ciampa angling for another title shot at Dragunov's championship, with Dragunov saying he's not going to give a title shot to someone with no honour and someone he doesn't respect. In walks Axiom to set up Dragunov's next opponent. Aldis then walks off and comes across Paul Heyman and Bronson Reed. Heyman says he needs to talk to Nick, with us then taking a commercial break.
We come back to Aldis on the phone asking for security, with Heyman then telling Nick he's looking for all talent across all brands, meaning he's looking for more men for his WarGames team. In walks Cody Rhodes asking Heyman what he wants to talk about. Monday comes the reply after what happened. Rhodes then asks Reed if he's not here to fight, then he should leave. Reed says he's here to fight, with Heyman suggesting it should be at least for the title. Rhodes says okay.
Next up, Ilja Dragunov versus Axiom for the United States Championship. The pair pretty much cancel each other out to begin with the fight then taking place on the apron. Dragunov lands a senton and covers for 2 as we break. A slap, kick, a miss-out drop kick net Axiom a 2 count, with Dragunov coming back and looking for a H-bomb.
Only Axiom counters. Ends up on the top rope and then leaps off backwards like a moonsault, but catches Dragunov's head as he's flying through the air and then plants him with a DDT. Amazing. The follow-up cover gets 2. Axiom looks for and lands a Spanish fly, then goes for the golden ratio, but Dragunov counters with a torpedo Moscow, then lands the H-bomb and covers for the victory.
Backstage we see R-Truth asking Nick Aldis to place his balls in the Last Time Is Now tournament, with Aldis relenting. Chelsea Green then walks in asking for her championship celebration. Aldis says she can have it next week.
We see what happened during the break. Ciampa attacked Axiom after his match, with Sami Zayn then heading out. Zayn speaks about his US title run and then calls out Solo so they can talk face to face. Solo and the MFTs head to the ring, with Solo saying Zayn doesn't care about anybody, whereas he cares about his MFTs. MFTs then get on the apron with Solo following. Sikoa then gets in the ring and trips on the middle rope as he does, telling Zayn he's going to wait until he's fully healed.
Zayn then says he's 100% medically cleared and tells Solo to do whatever he has to do. Solo takes his coat off, but Zayn then says he didn't come alone. MFT are then attacked from behind by Motor City, Shinsuke and Rey Fenix, with the faces, of course, coming out on top.
What a ragtag bunch.
Yeah.
Backstage we see Jey telling Cody he has his back later, with Jimmy then also heading into shot and telling Cody he has his back. Jimmy then adds that he just got off the phone with Punk and that he's joining them for WarGames, which we called on Monday.
Yeah, I think we did, yeah. Backstage, we see Solo asking Aldis to give him Zayn, with Aldis saying, no, but what I will give you is Zayn, Shinsuke, Motor City and Fenix in a traditional Survivor Series elimination match on the SmackDown before WarGames. We then get a flick-off screen distortion from the wires, with Uncle Howdy then seen in the background behind Solo.
Loving that we've got a Survivor Series traditional elimination match. Not so looking forward to the ragtag bunch. I mean, I don't mind watching Solo and his crew.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm not interested in...
That is a random mix.
Shinsuke, Motor City. Zayn, yeah, I like him. And Fenix.
Fenix is alright.
Next up, LA Knight versus Zack Ryder in another The Last Time Is Now tournament. Ryder looks for a quick roll-up, getting 2 before tossing Knight out the ring as we break. We come back to a back body drop and punches by Knight, which set him up for a Russian leg sweep, neck breaker and cover for 2.
Ryder lands a boot to Knight's head and covers for 2, with Knight then landing an inverted DDT and then missing an elbow drop, with Ryder landing a Rough Rider and for 2. Knight then counters Ryder, jumping from the middle rope into a powerbomb, hits BFT and covers for the win.
Of course he does. Backstage we see Bliss, Sky and Ripley discussing Flair walking out on them, with Ripley saying she's now got to find 2 more people. Bliss says she'll talk to her when the 3 are suddenly attacked by Jax, Legend and the Kabuki Warriors, with Lash throwing Ripley into some backstage equipment and obviously the heels at the moment coming out on top.
Next up, Jade Cargill versus B-Fab. Fab gets some strikes in, which was better than Stratton, but then suffers a fall-away slam, choke slam, 2 power bombs, jaded, and then covered for the 1, 2, 3. After the match, Michin comes out to see if Fab's okay, but then gets into a war of words with Cargill. Jade pushes her down, with nothing coming of it, as Jade heads up the rampway.
We see 2 more The Last Time Is Now tournament matches. Carmelo Hayes will be facing Bronson Reed, with Penta taking on Finn Balor. We then head backstage to hear from Kathy Kelly, asking Hayes what a win in The Last Time Is Now tournament would mean to him. Hayes addresses The Miz first, saying he may have won the battle, but the war has only just begun, with Hayes then going back to Cena and saying if he gets the shot, he won't miss. Reed then comes into frame, saying he's going to end Cena's career after he's ended Hayes' next week.
We have a vignette from Aleister Black and Zelina Vega saying they would corrupt Priest, and they did. Black then says he's become everyone's enemy.
Last match of the night, Cody Rhodes versus Bronson Reed for the undisputed WWE Championship. Reed put Rhodes down and followed with an elbow and cover for 1 before we head outside as we break. We come back to a disaster kick from Rhodes and a missed bionic elbow, allowing Reed to land a jagged edge but missed Tsunami. Rhodes then lands an avalanche Cody cutter and covers for 2.
We head outside again, where Rhodes sends Reed into the timekeeper's area and then starts to clear the announcer's desk. Only he doesn't get a chance to finish as Breaker and Paul Logan head out. They do what they can to Rhodes, but the Usos then come out for the save, 1D'ing Paul. They bring a table into the ring and lay Paul on it for twin Uso splashes, but Drew McIntyre appears and pushes Jimmy from the top rope, with the heels then taking control.
I thought he was suspended.
Yeah.
Nick Aldis storms out to speak with Heyman, but Heyman waives his contract saying anybody, referring to when they spoke from earlier. Jey gets speared through a table, Jimmy eats a right hand from Paul, and Rhodes eats a claymore before suffering a tsunami. Heyman and McIntyre shake hands, with the heels standing tall as SmackDown goes off the air. Oh, we called this as well.
Yeah,
we said Drew. It's got to be. He's the only other heel that's actually.
About...
Well, no, he's the only other heel that's actually top tier rated.
Yeah.
Isn't he? I mean, yeah, Black's all right if he's playing a heel, but he's not up there with the rest of them, is he? And McIntyre, who's supposed to be suspended, just
rolls in whenever he wants.
Just
does what he wants.
But it was interesting to see Nick Albany saying that he's suspended, and Heyman was like, "Well, anybody." You can see why he can get wound up by Heyman.
Oh yeah.
Well, anybody. Anyway, so now for Michael's moment of the night. This could be a match, a line, a look, a promo, something funny, interesting, serious, quirky, and or different. Just something that catches my eye. Obviously, it has to wait until the end, because if I do it halfway through and it's something that happens at the end, it's kind of a spoiler. So, Michael's moment of the night. Sometimes good, sometimes shit. So hang around and wait and see as to whether you disagree. The moonsault from the top rope into a DDT from Axiom is the only way I can really describe it, so I can give you a mental image of it. He was on the rope, he moonsaults off, he's coming over, he catches Dragunov's head and he plants him with a DDT and he went into cover. Not only was it an incredible sight, but it was the fluidity of it that made it much more. It was just fantastic. Like, it's, if you can see it, I mean, I don't know if you're going to put any pictures up, but if you do, they do not do it justice. You have to watch it. I just thought it was just incredible. Not the former wrestler.
Agree or have any other views that you'd like to share with us, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to check out our Musings video with thoughts and opinions of the last week of WWE. A new one drops every Wednesday.
Thank you again for watching.
And we'll see you Tuesday for Raw.